Welcome back to the Garden Show on WHHI-TV. I'm here with Jerry Bridges, who is an expert on fertilization. And I don't know about you, but I feel like every time you go and talk to somebody about fertilizer, if you talk to 10 different people, you'll get 10 different answers. And so we're very blessed today to have Jerry, who knows his stuff, and he's going to tell us all about fertilizer. So help us out here. I see a lot of numbers.
Yeah, there's a lot of numbers, and people get confused because you've got all kinds of things: 10, 10, 10, 48, 0, 0, 16, 4, 8, etc. But what do these numbers mean? Well, the first number, nitrogen, is for growth. The second number, phosphorus, is for blooming and rooting. And the third number, potassium, is for general health and cold hardiness. What's an easy way to remember that? Well, think about this. What's the first thing in life that people do?
You grow
We grow.
Yes.
What's the second thing in life people do?
You settle and
We
you
make
have babies.
We make babies. That would be the equivalent of lovers, or a three-letter word that we might use. The third thing we're trying to do as we get older is just keep our general health. Also, cold hardiness does the same thing in people as it does in plants. So, it's not the numbers that matter, it's the ratios of the numbers. So all these numbers, as long as they're in the right ratios, it doesn't matter what the actual, except you'll use less of a high number than you will of a low percent number, like a...
Yes, and it also, I know it depends on what plant you're doing and what you want it to do. So like sod is, and grass
Bingo.
is different from plants and flowers, etc.
And that's because of what they're doing. So if you're wanting growth, like with sod, you just want growth, and so you would have a 2 to 3, 1 to 1 ratio. If it's a grass that you're cutting apart with a rotary mower, which rips instead of slices, and if you've ever had a jagged cut, it'll take months, and a clean cut with a knife heals quickly. You've got to have something like 24, 5, 11 or something like that, something really high, 5 or 6 times as much in the first number to do all that healing that you've got to do. If you're wanting to get blooming and rooting, then you need something that's a 1 to 2 or 3 to 1 ratio. 18, 24, 12 is one I use a lot.
Now, a lot of people, when you go to garden centers and hardware stores, they'll have 10, 10, 10. Which...
We're getting to that. That's
okay,
a very good
ahead.
question.
Yes.
Winterizers, you may have heard of winterizers. That would be a 1 to 1/2 to 2 or 3 proportion. And finally, for fruiting, like tomatoes, a 1 to 2 to 2 ratio, like 5, 10, 10 plus calcium, is a perfect tomato fertilizer.
There you go.
Why do we have complete fertilizers? What is a complete fertilizer? A complete fertilizer is something that has all 3 macronutrients in it, all 3 of the big numbers.
So if you just have nothing but nitrogen,
then you're not going to be able to...
You're not balanced.
You're not balanced. If you have just potassium, you're not going to take up nitrogen. Without nitrogen, nitrogen allows you to take up potassium. Just like vitamin A allows us to take up iron. That's why spinach is so good, because it's complete for those 2.
So basically, in a very easy nutshell, fertilizer for plants is like food for humans.
It's exactly like it. So if it's so simple, why are there so many fertilizers? Well, one, marketing. They have to stand out. Each producer wants you to buy their fertilizer. The second one is quality versus price, which is what you asked. You didn't know it, but that's exactly what you just asked. The third one is a specialty, like I just said, tomatoes, 5, 10, 10 plus calcium, because they need lots of calcium. By the way, if you're planting tomatoes, throw a big handful or at least half a cup of lime in the bottom of the hole when you plant your tomatoes so you won't get blossom end rot. Just little things like that. So quality, why is it so important? Well, bud development takes days to weeks. Cheap sources of nitrogen are gone in days to 2 weeks. So you're just getting your buds set, and then everything goes. You go, so a poly-coated fertilizer lasts 3 to 9 months. You get your buds going and you push them to continue growing over time, and you get lots of growth.
So it's slow release.
Slow release is the key. Cheap fertilizers are fine for stuff that grow really fast.
Right.
So a lot of our vegetables.
And that's like a difference with humans to have a snack or, you know, a regulated meal plan.
It's exactly like sugars versus a good meal. Exactly.
Okay. Well, like I said earlier that Jerry is a total expert on fertilizer, and we have learned a great deal today from you. Thank you so much. And I would like for you to stay tuned. We're going to have more coming up.